Yo, what's up, homies? We're over here by our old Brynstead beacon, and we did some land clearing around the port. We're ready to go now, baby! So I think what we are going to... Hold on, let's just yelling as usual. So, anywho, I think what we're gonna do today is get started on right around here. And, you know, I cleared out a bit all the way around the main part of the port, but then I left a little bit up here, like so. Ooh, a little bee, look at that. But yeah, I left a little bit of elevation, I guess you could call it, so that it's not just like a completely flat city. Like that's a little boring, I think. So I think what we may do with this is, you know, get the main bit set up down here, like, you know, some wooden stuff here with some ramps down into, you know, a couple little docks. Oh, I did a little change here too. I lowered this all the way down to the bottom of the port and just stepped it up with some mud. Looks a little bit more like it fits in now, I think. But yeah, so we'll start with the docks and stuff. You know, they'll probably come out to, I don't know, somewhere in there. And then I think this side, we may do like the stone yard, the stone shops and that stuff, just so that it's a little closer to the, what's it called? The mine over there, and maybe even link them up in one way or another. Ooh, we could actually do like some minecart tracks heading through the mountain and stuff to bring the materials over to the stone yard. That would be kind of cool. But anyways, yeah, I think we'll get started with this. We got to place a whole bunch of wood here and maybe like, you know, run a dock or some steps down to a dock right in here. And then maybe another one, I don't know, here and another one there, or maybe just one in the middle. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so we're going to get started on the actual Brynstead Landing city today. How exciting. Alrighty, we got base camp moved over to here. We got our bed on the edge and bed on the edge. Hashtag bet on the edge. Yeah, anyways, let's start placing some wood so we can get this, this whole port thing going. So we're gonna need a whole bunch of spruce. I'm just gonna take like a lot for the time being because we're gonna use spruce and also spruce planks, and we may need more than one. So first, why don't we just get to throwing some wood down, and then maybe we'll make some changes somewhere along the line. And I missed one already. That was interesting that I kind of just kept going somehow. Couldn't do that again if I tried. So what I'm thinking here is we have that, and then we'll do the upside down stairs like this, and then throw a railing on top of this so that it's kind of like, you know, overhanging the port just a little bit. And then once we get this set up, we will cut into it just to make a couple little ramps to get down onto the docks that are going to be down below. And where's the end of this place? Go! There we go. So I think for now, we'll start with doing one right down here. So we'll just kind of do like, you know, stairs like this. Oh, that is just not what I was going for. And then I guess we kind of just decide how far down we go. I mean, do we go right down to water level? That's what I'm undecided on. I guess we could. Oh, we could use bottom half slabs for a dock if we go down that far. I think we'll do that. All right, so let's go get some slabs quick. I kind of just want to mock up one of these docks just to, you know, get a little bit of an idea of what we're going to make it look like. So, ooh, we can use some campfires too. Ooh, okay. So I think we will do bottom half slabs right on the bottom of the stair. And then, you know, mix in some campfires here and there and switch back, maybe a couple more campfires. So there we go. And I'm going to redo it because these are going this way and the planks go this way. So there we go. That should be just a little bit better. This fire is so loud. I hope you can hear me. All right, so that is going to be one of the docks, and there's a little bit too much right here, I think. Like that. Ow, ow, ow. Now we are going to make the posts for the dock, and I guess this one will go up a little bit higher. And then we'll do one down here at the end. And for these ones, we'll just go right up to there. And then do we need another one in the middle? I don't like that this is one block higher than the other one, so I think we're gonna strip them too. They look a little bit better stripped, so we'll do that. And you know what? I think we'll leave it just like that for now. Maybe we'll go back and add another one in there at some point, but yeah, that's not looking too bad. So now I'm just going to go through and throw a whole bunch of planks in here, so I will be right back. Alright, so we added 3 more, and I don't know how much wider I want to go, because I do want to have like some port front shops right here, you know, maybe like a fish stall and that sort of thing. So I think we may leave it right there because there's a pretty good amount of room here. And then for the shops, I mean, it might just be something like this, and then, you know, some fences along it, just, you know, something like this. So I think there'll be plenty of room for for walking right there. So now before it gets too dark, I'm just going to go through and swap some things out for logs and maybe a couple barrels here and there like this. And yeah, just give it a little bit of texture here and there, you know? I like the texture stuff, so. And then, of course, we can always go back and edit this if, say there's a walkway right here and I can add them right there, so. Not the end of the world if we place this stuff in before anything else. I also do want to give some extra added super detail by turning some of these a different direction. So let's do a quick run and strip and, okay, run and strip sounds bad, but you saw what I was doing, all right? All right, after all that, I went through and widened it 2 more blocks. So yeah, now we got a bigger walkway right through here, and I actually think that's a little bit better. It did feel a little bit confined at first, so now we have a nice strip where we can start building some shops. So should we get to shops or buildings or of the sort, or we can't? Nope, forgot I have to do another dock down here somewhere. All right, I believe this is the, yeah, anyways, I believe this is the, please don't laugh at me. Anyways, let's see, let's get some stairs going here. So it probably is going to be a little bit easier doing it from down here so that I can do the backwards stairs a small bit easier. I don't even have a clue why I just worded it like that. All right, then the posts will go there so we can build these right up. And not like that. And there we go. And then, yeah, now we can just, rip out some slabs again. All right, and we have a second pier dock thing. So let's strip these up real quick. And then let's take a look at it from, above the water. Maybe up on the port. Or we'll just come over here. So let's see. All right, we're looking good. This is actually looking, it's actually looking pretty good. Ooh, I'm liking this. The only problem is we can't do one over here. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're just gonna we're gonna wing it. We're gonna do one, but yeah, it's gonna be different, but we're gonna wing it. So, all right, you know what? Just laugh at me. I mean, it's getting bad. I'm struggling, man. All right, so what we're gonna do is have a step and then a step. And then we're just going to go straight across, and I am out of those, and it's raining. Yay! It's a thunderstorm. I can sleep. Oh. All right, so let's make up a few more slabs while we're over here, and that should be plenty. So we are going to go directly over this, and hopefully this doesn't look, just terrible. And then we can go down and continue the stairs once more to get down over here. And boy, do I hope this looks cool, because it in my head, it looks really, really good. So, it probably isn't going to. I think I'm actually going to go out a little bit further. I don't really like that it mirrors the exact edge of the little tunnel we got going there. So maybe we'll go to about there, and then we'll start going down to here. Then we can do that, and yeah, that's a little bit more doable. Ooh, you see my issue here. All right, redoing it again. All right, that is much more aesthetically pleasing. We are going to fix this up a little. And we could do that up there, I think. All right, so yeah, there we go. Let's place some slabs. Oh yeah, whoa, we're nailing it right now. Okay, there we are. So anyways, as I was saying, we'll throw some slabs down, and we don't have too much room on the end of this one. So if we're gonna do some fireplaces, maybe we'll get those out of the way real quick. Ow, 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 ow. And that is the same length as the other ones. So, maybe we'll go a little bit further with this. And then we'll even throw some ladders to climb straight up. I think that might be a kind of cool idea. And then let's see, we'll throw some posts in. And then I think we might need to put some around this, unfortunately. So what if we do like here, and that means the other one would go there, which I guess is a little odd, but I'm okay with. All right, so let's do a little bit of stripping, and again, I'm referring to the wood. And now we'll get up on the middle dock and see what that one looks like over there. Oh man, I'm actually really loving that. That is nice and different, and I am digging it. Yep. This is the one. This is cool. Okay. So, we got some docks, some piers, whatever you want to call them. And I'm just going to run around to this side to get one more view of it all. And let's see if we're liking it. And yes, I am very much liking that. It's starting to look like a port already. That's exciting. So, we'll get back over here and continue. Maybe we'll do our first building. All right, so I did a couple things off camera. Well, to put it lightly, I think my PC is just straight up dying. So I was kind of just trying to run all the stuff that I usually run and see if it would die again, and it did. So I think I need a new power supply or something. But anyways, so I got this dock looking a little bit better now. It did quite it. What the heck is that thing doing up there? Are you aiming at me from all the way up there? Don't you dare. Oh, there's two of you. Uh-oh. But yeah, so I did a little bit of changing, and we are now stepping up to where some buildings would be. And down here is just kind of like the main landing from the port. We got some barrels for, you know, port stuff. I don't really know what goes in port stuff barrels, but yeah, so port stuff. And then we're going to step up here and we're going to start buildings right along. You can kind of see where this line is. I actually didn't mean to make it that, whatever the word would be, sharp, but yeah, so right in here there's going to be some buildings going on. So we're going to start on our first building, actually, which I guess technically is going to be like 2 or 3. It's going to be like a chain of, you know, storefronts, maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. But yeah, let's get some stuff out and start the building and see if we can't make it look good. So I'm not going to go for like some super symmetrical, like basing it off of this thing. We're just going to build these things, you know, wherever it feels good. So here, why not there? I mean, that's a good spot. So I think that may be a good distance for these storefronts. So let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4 in between so that we can have like some building here and then maybe just like an open door. Now let's do 5, actually. We'll do 5 in between. And then, I'm going to switch it back. We're doing 4. So yeah, I think we're going to go for this idea. Now, do we do 3 of them or 4 of them? I guess we could squeeze another one in right here. So yeah, why don't we do 3 right here? And I actually went and harvested some things. I got some hay bales and some pumpkins. So we'll make like a pumpkin stall and a hay stall for, reasons that are completely unknown. I don't know why you would come to a port for, you know what? Yeah, we're tradesmen. We're just trading stuff and selling stuff, so it works. I think for the fronts of the buildings, I want to do just straight up like stone bricks mixed with maybe some mossy in there, like, you know, the usual deal with that. But I think I want to stay away from like actual like cobble and all that. I want these to look like real buildings, like not any sort of deterioration or anything. We're just going for nice looking storefronts so that some people can have a place to buy some things and not worry about it falling down on them. So for the fronts of the stalls, I want to kind of do like, you know, the kind of archway type thing with some wood above the actual entrances. And then we'll have some sort of doors here. I don't know if I want to use real doors or just like trap doors to make it look like they're bigger and open. I don't know. I haven't really gotten that far yet. So I think we're going to get up here and just throw a strip of spruce right across like so, as, you know, I guess just a front beam of the store. And now we've got these nice looking archways for the front of the shops. And I mean, it's already looking pretty good, but I do want to grab some dark oak to, you know, kind of mix in just a little bit. So we'll just throw some here and there, not too much, just to, you know, break it up just a little bit. You know, I've never even actually thought about it. I don't know if doing that even looks good. Like, are they even the same color? Like, I don't know. Being colorblind is tough. All right, enough of that rain nonsense. So let's see what we're looking like now. And yeah, we're getting there. It's looking pretty good, I think. So then I think we might do like, maybe like a step out like this and then do roofs above that. Yeah, I think that might work. But for now, we'll come back inside and just, you know, make up some walls. How deep do we want these to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? Well, let's just do 5. I think we'll stick with that. So we'll keep the mossy going just a little bit in here, and then we'll just flip back to the regular stone bricks. And you know, every so often I like to do the just regular stone. I don't know, in my brain, I'm sure I've said this before, but in my brain, doing that almost makes it look like I don't know, there was like some patchwork done to the bricks, the stone bricks. And, you know, you can feel free to call me a dope if you think that's just entirely incorrect. But you know what? I'm going to keep doing it. Oh, not there though. There. See, it kind of just looks like it was patched up. I guess, a little. All right, so we have one of the interiors done, and then back here we will do the same, and then... That's not right. So I think what we'll do is just cover this with some top half slabs for a roof, or well, not a roof, a ceiling, since that's not exactly the roof. Perhaps I should plant a light so that we don't get bombed by the mobbies. And I don't have enough planks. I mean slabs. Oh boy. All right, so we have 3 rooms now, and we're getting somewhere. So I guess next step is, do we do the roofs or the interiors? I think we'll do the roofs. So I think what we're going to do is just keep these as dark oak. I mean, like, not the whole thing, but, you know, dark oak frame and then the middle of it, like, spruce, like we've done before, I'm pretty sure. So then we will just come up like this to wherever the peak would be. I don't exactly know since they're only 4 wide. And I guess the peak would be right there, which is... That's nice. So then we'll do the same over here, and we will just, ooh, do we do something different right here? I don't know. Let's just see what it's going to look like first, and then we'll decide. All right, so let's go take a peek, see if we should change anything. Yes, we should change the ends. Absolutely. So I think what we will do here is not that. We will do that, and then maybe just another one like that. Does that look stupid? It's okay, but I feel like this one needs to be upside down. Yeah, that's not too bad, I don't think. The peak is gonna kind of mess with me, though. That's bothering me. Do I take everything down and make the entrances 3 wide and just push everything down that way, and then makes the roofs a little bit easier and make myself happy? Should I do that? Oh, I don't know what to do. I think I might do that. Be right back. All right, I spaced everything out so that it looks... wider, I guess. But yeah, I think it actually does make a difference. It looks a little better, but let's add some lighting so that we don't lose any, I was gonna say lives, but we ain't doing anything like that. All right, so we widened it up a little bit, and I actually think that made a huge difference. It for some reason looks a lot better. Like, I don't know. I can't explain it. But yeah, now we can continue chugging along on this roof up here. So let's continue with the outer rim. So that'll come out to about there. We need to fix this corner because somehow I forgot to. And then it's pretty much just going to mirror how it looks on the front. So I guess we could rip right through that until it gets... Okay, it's dark. All right, we've got roofs, and now we just need to decide what to do with the front of them. And I think I want to tie it into the old Brynstead beacon a little bit. So I think we're going to use some of the, I forgot what it was called, actually. The smooth quartz blocks, and of course, some bricks as well. And maybe even some calcite. So I guess we'll try and, you know, get it to... make it feel like it fits in, but also looks good because obviously it's got to look good, duh. So we'll throw some bricks down, maybe just like that. Throw a little calcite in the corner, and then just close up the rest of it with the smooth quartz, I guess? Or do we do a little bit extra and throw some logs in here? Kind of like that. So let's take a peek at what that looks like. Oh, the sun's setting already. Wow. That's not too bad, but I don't like the bricks. I think this should just be the regular old smooth quartz, and I can't reach. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm liking that. The calcite's a little interesting, but I think we'll leave it for now. I don't mind it. All right, so we got the peaks done on this side, and I'm actually digging it. I do like it. The quartz is interesting, but I think we're going to leave it just as a little change of texture. So now I think we're ready to start, you know, filling up the storefronts and doing some interiors. So we've got the shops looking pretty dang good, I would say. And now I want to put a little staircase here that leads up to like a second level of stuff that's going to be up on this level. I don't know how high or whatever, but yeah. So I want to do a staircase and then another building right here. I kind of want to do like a pub or a restaurant type thing right there. And we haven't, you know, time-lapsed yet. So let's go! All right, would you look at this? Our port has some life. We've got a couple buildings, actually 3 buildings built, and I think it's time that we need to take a little peek around these parts. So let's go over here and look what we've already seen. Oh, we got some trees. I forgot I built a couple little baby trees here. I don't exactly know what we're gonna do, like, out in this area. Oh, wow, that redstone makes it a little laggy, I think. Just, of course, with the shaders. But anyways, so, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do out here. Maybe a building, maybe just a little bit of forest or something, I don't know. But anyways, our first building that we've already looked at because we built it together was our, a couple shops that we got going down here. We got the pumpkins and the hay and then the clothes shop. And, well, yeah, you're probably unaware of, this building changed a little bit. It's got a whole upstairs now, and it's like, I don't know, an apartment or something up there. So yeah, we'll definitely have to go and, check that one out a little bit. But then the next building we got is a restaurant. This is our second building on our dock. And yeah, it's just, a basic restaurant. We got some outdoor seating out front on the bottom. And then inside down here is, it's kind of just a little pub. It's very similar to the tavern up there. I mean, a little bit different just because it's more spacious, I think. But yeah, we got some booths over here for seating. We got some bar tables, and then, we got the main table right here looking out the window into the port. I think I'm going to leave the shaders off because it's getting just a little bit weird and laggy. But yeah, so this is our pub down here. I think we may do a little bit more with the walls and like back there, kind of, I don't know, similar to how we did with the tavern. Oh, and then the floors. I got to add in a little bit on the floor. We kind of just did the dark oak planks for the time being. And then back through this door is our nothing. Yeah, so, no, but really, I am going to build a whole kitchen back there. I want this thing to, like, pretty much be functional. Like, it's an actual restaurant, and it works. Well, you'll see my issue in a moment once we get going a little further. But yeah, so let's go through here, and we've got a staircase between the buildings, and this leads up to tier number 2. So right here is our new apartment, our upstairs apartment that's above the, little shops down there. And oh, there's our big tower that we built. We'll get into that in a moment. But let's go in here and check this out for a quick second. This is, yeah, it's just an apartment. Okay, first off, I was gonna put stuff on the walls like paintings and stuff, but I really like how the calcite looks mixed in, so I kind of didn't, but I probably should. It's not too exciting. But yeah, this is the little living room area. We got a simple couch sitting out here. Everything's carpeted. We got a nice gray carpet everywhere except for there because of that silly trap door that's in the way. Then in here, we just got a couple beds, just, a desk, some storage, and beds, and, nightstands, and all that good stuff. So yeah, just your basic apartment. May do something different with that just to spruce it up a little bit better, but then over here is where you'll start to see the issue. So this is the upstairs to the restaurant. So we got a couple more tables up here for seating, and, a little lounge area right here next to the fire, some outdoor seating on this beautiful porch that we got going on out here. And in case you haven't figured it out yet, well, the kitchen is downstairs, and there's no way to get from downstairs to up here unless you go all the way outside and up the stairs, and yeah. So that may have to be addressed. The kitchen's probably going to be under here, so maybe we can... I actually have no idea. I don't know what we're going to do with that. Oh, no. All right, we'll figure something out. I'm smart sometimes. But yeah, anyways, so it's going to start raining. Woo! Oh, it's a thunderstorm too. Oh, this might be cool. I wonder if we can... Oh, right on to the lightning rod up top right away. Oh, that was so perfect. Wow, I actually can't believe it just did that right away in the thunderstorm. That's hilarious. But yeah, so this is a guard tower. So just to come up here and look at it a little bit, I felt like there needed to be some sort of guard tower. It's still like medieval times, so who knows if there's going to be pirates coming in, but yeah, that's a guard tower. So let's get on up here. We got a little doorway right here that leads into a spiral staircase, comes all of the way up to our first level, where I did like a little trap door idea, so you can, open and close whatever you're taking aim at or sheltering from. And yeah, I think that's kind of a cool little idea. I Googled, I don't even remember. It was like medieval guard tower. Not even Minecraft related, just medieval guard tower. And I think that's how I got the idea for this. So I kind of just looked at it and then, tried to build it. And then up here, we have some more spots to, you know, look out from. There's just not really floor because there wasn't really room for, you know, a floor. So yeah, so we won't go up there. That part's off limits. But yeah, so that is our guard tower. That is the third and final building that we got to in this video. And I did do some detailing around the bottom of it, although I'm undecided if I want to like connect another building to it or not. I may just leave it like a standalone thing over there, and then I think right here for next video, we may do a bakery. I really want to do a bakery. And then, yeah, some other stuff up top here, but we got a lot of work to do still. We got stuff to do over here, over down, you know, yonder this way. We got some buildings to do. Although that may be like the yards, like the wood yard, Jesus, struggling. The lumber yard and a stone yard of sorts over here. I don't, you know, we'll figure that out when we get there. But for now, we have a zombie coming towards us. What do you want, bro? But yeah, so let's go sleep real quick. Get rid of this thunder and lightning. I figure maybe we'll sleep in our new apartment. And of course I can't because, you know, there's a zombie right here. Okay, no longer a zombie, and we still can't sleep. It's telling me I can only sleep at night or during thunderstorms. You have got the thunderstorm ended and turned to regular rain. I had no idea that was a thing. What do you want? All right, but the sun is going down, so we should be okay. All right, so that is it. That is what we got done for this video. We've got a couple new buildings, and you know, the port, it's coming to life. It actually feels lively down here. Oh, speaking of lively, before we leave. So this may make sense, may not, but the chimneys on these two buildings that we got going on here, I didn't plan on doing them. And as you can see inside, the fireplaces are meh. They're okay. But I think one thing we can agree on is that the chimneys, you know, with smoke coming up and everything, it brings a sense of life to the place. So, you know, just seeing the smoke going up, it's just like, it's like somebody lives there. And yeah, that's kind of why I do that. You can never have too much life in a place. So yeah, that is about it for today's video. We got a lot done, and I am so excited to continue. I'm gonna go get to work right about now, but we're calling it quits here before my PC overloads and shuts down for who knows how many times today. It's rather annoying. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment and share, and you know, I just love you guys so much. Thank you for the support, and that's about it, so bye.